Hello everyone, my name is Agonius, and today I'll be teaching you how and when to use Primal Rage. Let's dive right into it.
That's all you want.
Oh, dude, you're gone, Winston! Oh my god, suck my feet.
It's like I don't need to.
To start off, there's the two most important scenarios to use Primal Rage. Number one is one you've most likely already heard to death, using the ultimate when you're at critical health. Using Primal Rage increases your health to 1000, regardless of what you were at before. Using this, you can either correct a mistake of diving too deep and costing your team a fight, to eat a Junkrat ultimate, or after being focused. By doing this, you waste a lot of the enemy team's efforts and give your team an edge. The second scenario is one people at lower ranks often don't consider, since they're usually taught to only use Primal when they're low. The situation is using Primal Rage to get environmental kills. Why is this so important? Consider this. You're playing on Ilios Lighthouse. There's a fight going on around the point, and you decide to use your Primal Rage to knock their Reinhardt off the cliffside. What this does is not only change the fight to a 5v6, but you also have the rest of your ultimate to either disrupt the enemy team, be virtually unkillable, and even get another environmental kill. Primal Rage is, in my opinion, one of the hardest ults in the game to get value out of, other than keeping yourself alive. Instantly killing a high health hero with this ultimate can ensure your team can save more important ultimates for another fight, giving your ult economy a huge advantage as well. Now that we've covered a few scenarios of when to use it, how do you actually use the ultimate? Well, first, a few important stats to learn if you don't know them already. Primal Rage makes your jump pack cooldown reduced to 2 seconds, enabling you to use it often. Your melee knockback swings do 40 damage, which is 10 damage more than a regular melee attack. It's considerably weak, but by using your melee swings and jump pack together, you can still get a few kills with it. Before we go into how exactly you do this, you should know how knockback momentum works in Overwatch. If you're knocked back by a Winston swing, a Lucio boop, anything like that, you travel further or almost not at all based on where you're currently moving. If you're moving in the direction of where you're being booped, you travel further. If you're moving the opposite direction, you get knocked back only a small amount. While you're juggling, it's important to take into account what your target is doing. For example, if you try to jump at a soldier, he'll most likely start to run away. If you knock him back when he tries this, you'll most likely help him by throwing him further away. To combat this, try jumping where he'll try to run and blocking his path before attempting to juggle. If I had to guess while you're watching this guide right now, it's because you're having difficulty with the actual juggling part. What you're most likely doing is either knocking the target too far away or jumping too far forward and messing up your momentum. When you jump as Winston, there's a few things you can do to modify the length of your jump. If you hold S and leap, you'll do a small hop. This makes it a lot easier not to overshoot your jump and make sure that you keep up your momentum. If your target gets knocked far away, the more you look upwards from the ground level, the further your jump travels. Though, even with this knowledge, there's still one last roadblock that is possibly giving you a hard time at consistently having enough damage to kill your target quickly. That being, timing your melee with your landing. When you land with Winston's Leap, you do 45 damage. If you land and melee as soon as you hit the ground, you can deal 85 damage per jump swing. So needless to say, it's important to try and take your time to do this correctly. Now, before I end this video, there's a few neat interactions and tips for Primal Rage. Never focus tanks unless you're trying to get an environmental kill. The best heroes to go for are slow, immobile ones, or heroes that have already used their escape ability. Poking a Zenyatta with Primal is probably the best since you either kill him pretty easily, or you force him to use Transcendence. If you leap and use Primal Rage, your leap will be available immediately. Use this to engage from far away or to try and escape. This also applies to when Primal Rage ends. You can use Primal Rage to either soak a lot of Pharah's ultimate, or jump into her and try to get her to eliminate herself. This one's a little confusing, so I'll try to explain it as best as I can. When Primal Rage ends, whatever health below 400 you were at, you'll retain. If you have more than 400 health, you'll be put to 400 HP when the ultimate ends. However, any armor you've gained throughout your ultimate, you'll keep when it ends. Your ammo is refilled when Primal Rage is over. If you have the time, use your barrier before you use Primal Rage, even if it's for dropping it down on your teammates for them to use. Primal can be used to knock Bob to a useless location where he can't harm your teammates. He's also very easy to knock off a ledge. And finally, if you have someone chasing you, like a Brigitte for example, you can jump off a cliff or go right next to it, jump behind them, and throw them off the cliff. This is probably one of my favorite things to do as Winston. And with that, you're well on your way to becoming the best you can be as a scientist. If any of these tips helped you, be sure to subscribe and give the video a like. If you enjoy posting dead memes like a grape getting surgery performed, or want to talk with other people that play Overwatch, come join my Discord. Links are in the description. Be sure to let me know what hero you'd like to see me cover next. I'm planning to try and upload more regularly with how much my channel has been suddenly growing these past few weeks. Now that that's out of the way, thanks for watching. Peace.